but at the same time, what seems to be just all-out capitulation to the demands. You know, Paris streets being closed on Friday illegally, just because Muslims want to show their power and pray in the middle of the street. And apparently, you know, no-go zones in certain parts of London and England. And, you know,
You mentioned no-go zones. I have looked into the evidence for that, and I'm not convinced that it seems to me that the no-go zones is often over-exaggerated. There are certainly not cases where there are entire regions, as far as I'm aware, as far as I can make out from the evidence, there are not entire regions which are segregated as Muslim-only zones, as is often unfortunately portrayed. I'm happy to be corrected if you have evidence to the contrary on that.
No, I would just say no. Tell you what, friends, I don't know about you, but I don't want a Muslim doctor. I don't want a Muslim pilot. I don't want a Muslim taxi cab driver. I don't want a Muslim bus driver.
This country ever have.
He's the last good one.
Because the first Bush, he made the water warm.
Yeah.
Clinton make it a little bit hotter. Second Bush was everything has been done.
Yeah.
He's heating the water, and now is the water is boiling for the frog to be cooked.
That's it. That's exactly right. Well, we've got some callers. Sure. Why don't we take those now? Welcome, dear caller. You're our first caller on the air on News and Views Tonight.
Hey, this is Radical Moderate, also known as the Fat Man. How you doing, Osama?
I'm doing great, brother. Good to hear your voice.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I got some controversial views on this subject. Well, first of all, definitely Reagan as a president or his policies, most assuredly. And the reason I say this is that I grew up...
Hey, brother, good to hear your voice.
Welcome.
Thank you. A war of proxy with Iran.
Yeah.
Instead, we need to have Iran fight a proxy war with us. In other words, we support the Sunnis in Iraq to fight the Shia. I know this sounds bloodthirsty and cold, but that's what we need to do.
Well, that's what we did do. Yeah, that's what we did do from 1980 until 1989. And I'm with you.
The 10 years war between Iraq and Iran.
But you know, brother, of course, I agree with what you're saying. The mistake, if we were going to go to war against anybody in 2003, it should have been Iran. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, what I'm saying is let Iran come in and let us be the insurgents. Let them spend their blood and their treasure in Iraq, get them bogged down like the way we are right now, or were until we're pulling out. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let them spend billions and billions and trillions of dollars and men and material in fighting an insurgency in Iraq instead of we doing it against Iran in Iraq.
Okay.
Now
Thank you. God bless you too.
So you are doing very, very great job.
God bless you, sister.
I just want to let you know about there are a lot of Muslim, ladies Muslim, now they working like a babysitter for Canadian families. And they start to teach those kids, and I don't know how they trust those people.
Oh my!
They trust them very much.
Like jasus, like a spy, infiltrate the home.
Yeah, and they reach their goal. Those Muslims, they reach their goals. You know.
Yeah.
They teach those kids. Maybe they teach them Quran. I believe they teach Quran.
News to me.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me in the least, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Canadian American government would suggest such a thing. You know, it's just terrible. Well, sister, thank you for sharing. We'll know better how to pray about these things.
Brother Joseph.
Yeah.
I want you just to let them know about this thing also. You know.
Yes, yes. Well, that's a good point. Do you have a particular news article, or is this just something that you've seen personally? Yes,
and I see by myself.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on that doesn't get reported, you know. And
it is that vile and that corrupt. I'm sorry, but that's a godless place.
Well, we have to be careful because Islamophobia is a real phenomenon, and there is real hatred of Muslims that is very genuine. That we need to distance ourselves from and have nothing to do with. And I would say that we need to distance ourselves from groups like the English Defence League and the BNP and other groups.